Open it.
Oh, it's closed.
Okay.
Can you see it?
I can see the box.
Good.
We are live. I am live. I'm waiting. Okay. We just got done with a live. And we are going to do another one right away. It just hit us to do this. And we're still getting set up. We're going to do, Bart had a blind box review for me to do. So in the box in front of you is said whiskey. Yep. We're coming back. The goal, let me just say, the goal of our Monday streams is to be shorter, 30 minutes or so. Sometimes they go a little longer. And so we closed out the other stream and we said, let's do that blind box. Bart said he had a blind box for me. So I said, let's do that on a live stream. Since we had so many people in here, we had good comments coming in. I don't know what this is. Is this a Scotch? I mean,
yes.
it's a world whiskey, right? It was going to be a Saturday show.
And we're flying by the seat of our pants, so I put on my bummer hat.
We're still setting up. Yeah, Jamie Beaver says, really? So what we're going to do, though, Bart will open this up. I'm going to tilt the computer here where only he can see the comments and the screen.
Right.
Hopefully nothing becomes disconnected.
Hold on. Nothing's getting disconnected. We can still bring this mic over to you.
Now, I've got it. You poured it. I didn't see. It was off camera.
Right.
There you go. I cannot see it.
All right. So you can't see it.
If you want to open it up, let me scoot over a little bit. We should be good.
All right. So first of all, I'm going to tell you it's hard. I need to bring her back. It's hard to get stuff that Scott has not tried. So I ran across this, if you can see it, and I'm going to bring in, I had it covered so he couldn't see it. The can may show it more. And I'm going to hold it up to the screen so you can see it, or screen the camera, see if I can keep the glare off of it. All right. I think that is pretty good. And it's got a lot of shine to it. Let me see.
Well, don't you have the bottle in there?
The bottle's in the box, but I want to show them the can because the can's a little easier to read.
Oh, okay.
All right, and I'm trying to
type it. You can type it in there and tell them what it is too. If they,
I will do that too. Let me bring this over here because I've almost knocked it down. You can't see it. I've hidden the can from you as well.
It's it's strong. It's high ABV.
Yeah.
Or it seems stronger. There's some peat.
We've got,
but there's some sweetness as well along with it. Woo. Salt.
Keep talking.
Bart's never had to run the computer before, so it's kind of all foreign.
Please.
Wow. It's just, I'm trying to, and it's got a good color to it as well. Heat, salt. A good sweetness.
All right, then you guys, if you've got the information, you put that out as well on the comments as you look it up. To be quite honest with you, I ran across this. I didn't do a lot of research. I just snatched it up.
Oh, by the way, coin 189.
And the dog's barking. We have Whiskey Scout was going to come by. I've got 190. I'm wondering if Whiskey Scout is here.
If he shows up, I said just let him show up and we'll go get the door.
Right.
We're live.
So this is all crazy.
This
you know what? We should do like a crazy raw live. We should call it Dummies Raw. And we should just do a bunch of these. Not today, but at some point in time.
Have you drank some of that?
Bart's using the two-fingered typing technique, says Daniel Brown. Thanks, Dan.
Just out of curiosity, have you had much of this? Has it been open for a while?
I aired it out. I poured a couple different drams. Is he texting to let us know he's here?
I haven't gotten anything.
Okay. Chef says Bart's hunting and pecking. I'm typing, but I've got cordage that's actually in the way here because of the hidden setup we're doing.
Oh, the mic.
Peated or not? Are you picking up a peatedness? I don't tell Scott anything.
Yes.
Yes, he's picking up.
I mean, yeah. There's something.
Let's see.
It's almost reminiscent though of like a Bunnahabhain slight peat or a no peat, like a salt.
See, I haven't told Scott anything. He's been told nothing.
Yeah.
And this one, I'm going to tell you, it's a little tricky. It's a little tricky. So
this guy it's a good nose. Let's see. I'm going to go in.
Yeah, Claire the Third saying another show, triple question mark, food quick again. Yeah, it's like a weird trick. It's a weird trick. We actually weren't going to do this. And then Scott's like, you wanted to do that blind box review. I'm like, well, yeah. He's like, let's go live with it. Let's do something weird. Usually I'm the one doing the weird. Ron Bout's in.
Okay. This is different.
Yes, it
Whatever
is.
This is.
Yes, it is.
It is a peat, but it's more like a mud.
Aquavitae says, holy crap.
Rich earth. Peat. This is a blind box. We got done and we was like, let's go live with that blind box you wanted to do.
Somebody's already impressed with some words that you've said. So keep saying words. Yes. Raster's impressed. And I, you know what? I actually thank you, Raster. I think I missed him saying a particular word because I was doing my thing here. Is it mud on a flower? Is what Daniel wants to know. Daniel Brown. Aquavitae just did an emoji of a target with an arrow on the bullseye. So you need to re-say what you've already said. And I
don't even remember.
Yeah, he knows nothing. I'm serious.
It's a different peat. It's peat. It's very rich. It's very sweet. Almost wine influence, maybe sherried. But the peat it's a different peat, not necessarily that campfire or the fire cigarette ash. It's more like earth is burning.
Yes. You're good. You're very good. You're doing your skills have come far. Is he here?
Whisky in 2 minutes he will be here.
My ear flaps are coming down just because they're shocked by what you're saying.
ABV is not as high as I thought it was on the nose. It's 50% or less, I think. Let me try another good swig of it.
Rombout says, I met the dram, Bart, with a little wink. Mm-hmm. He said, looking particularly tasty today. That's what his comment was. I'm going to continue to think you meant me personally, Rombout. Let's see. Raster's riffing off of my description. He believes it's something in 1847, probably around 12:30 p.m., and maybe it's the wood of a bar in a tavern.
That was soaked in diesel fuel. No.
Gene Parker wants to know pirate ship? Question mark. Oh, and then Aquavitae says, basically, Scott, with those skills, it's about time you get busy with that blind challenge.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was going to do this afternoon. There's Whiskey Scout.
Yeah, Whiskey Scout's here. I'm going to bring him down.
Yep, we're live.
Shall I close this
no,
okay.
No, just go. I can't see anything. Just make sure you tell him not to say anything. Now, I can't see comments. I can't see the screen. So anybody that's commenting right now, I don't know what's being said. This isn't – I'm trying to think, okay, is it sour? Are there any of the off-putting notes that I get with some of the different peats?
So we're live. Everybody's stunned because
there's some nice honey richness, sweetness with it.
Chair go this way. You're gonna have to sneak through.
We told them don't point out whatever this bottle is. Don't say anything.
I told them.
We told them we're live, and we told them this is going to be raw video right here. You're catching it as it happens.
I'm bringing back a chair for the Scout. The Scout's getting a chair.
Say the truth.
Okay.
Pay attention, sir.
The thing is, the peat has saturated my palate now.
Let me give you a little bit of this.
The differences that I got with it originally are gone. When I first tasted it, it was a much different peat. I don't know. It's not bad. I like it.
Food Quick said off-putting notes. Pudding. He spelled pudding. Start talking crap, folks. I cleaned that up. Early on, Scott pegged this, but he doesn't remember what he said.
Yeah. It's 50% at least, or around 50% Tish ABV. A little higher. Good richness, good sweetness, good peat. But it's more of a mud, earth, peat type earth burning.
Burning Man.
So, I mean, what questions do you have for me? What?
Well, you know what? I'm going to just tell you, really, you've done unbelievably well. It is an Isla, first of all. All right. It was unique to me because it is, and I haven't really researched it, but there's an independent bottler that is sourced from a distillery.
This is an independent bottling.
Right.
Okay.
Which is why I told you this is going to be a little bit weird and different. It's how about you just take a look at it rather than me go on? Because you've already said a phrase.
About age. I don't know if this is.
I can't even do that.
Yeah, well,
if you could
10 years at the most.
Okay.
Would be my guess.
All right. It's hard to tell with
10 to 12, 8 to 12. I would put it in that range.
All right.
ABV wise, around 50.
It is 46%. Daniel Brown wants to know how many hats I have. Too many. Too many. And I like putting them on. Part of it is it seems like I'm getting balder as we go, so it's nice to have a hat on. Would you like to take a look? And they can't really see the bottle, the glare that's on it.
Oh,
I've described what it is. And it's got a weird, for some reason, it's called the something, the NC2 range. And all that means is no colorant added, and it is chill filter.
Before you show up, let's say, I would give this like a 90
or non-chill filtered.
I would say this is like a 90, 91 for a score.
That's what I meant. Non-chill filtered. Okay. Non-chill filtered.
How about price range? What price range are we talking?
If I remember right, it is about $79, which is really good.
Okay.
It's very tasty for the price range. That
I think it's worth that. That's good.
Mm-hmm. Have you tried it? Yeah. Scott's already killed it.
He don't waste no time.
What do you think?
Oh, it's good.
It's good. He likes it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
good.
you didn't. Well, you're like, cacao.
It's got that burning vegetal note to it too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Okay, burning earth, burning vegetation.
Yeah, you described that.
Uh-huh.
Whiskey Scout is mooching the good stuff. He brings good stuff with him all the time, so we can't quite.
It's like
say
having
that.
Cousin Shane on there. You
Yeah,
gotta,
Cousin
whoa,
Shane,
you don't just shoot
it's
that.
18 year. Huh? Let's see. He said, Dana Brown said, Whiskey Scout needs a dram bar. He got one. I served him up one right away.
It's gone.
All right. Do you want to see it?
As far as, let's say, if I had to guess a distillery.
I will say you already said the name of it, but you didn't. It was amazing, actually. People were stunned. Bam. Bam.
Well, I was on the nose. I said it kind of had some of the unpeated
Take a
Bunnahabhain
look.
nose.
Duncan Taylor.
Wow.
The NC2. Let me get that out of here without dropping it.
Where did you find that at?
Hard to find. Hard to find.
That's it's a 13 year.
I think it's 12, isn't it?
Well, okay,
This says
97 to
12 on it.
2010.
Yeah.
Yeah, it all depends on the bottle.
Uh-huh.
So it's
46%. Duncan Taylor, Bunnahabhain.
Yep.
Now, is that a batch or single cask they've done there? Did it say?
Let's see. You're going to have to read on it as you go here.
Age 12 years.
Because part of it was me finding some of the information on there. I didn't have what all's available. So
You know what was killing me?
what?
Knowing we were live and there was comments coming in and I couldn't look at them.
That was killing you? I couldn't keep up, and then I was gone. John Belushi, so breakfast whiskey today, ×2, John, ×2. Raster, but ellipsis, tell us what Whiskey Scout is sipping. He was sipping the same thing, although, did you bring a bottle in with you?
Yes, I brought the Alanta in.
Ooh, we got in a little Alanta. Oh, you're right. I haven't seen that.
Yeah, I brought that over one day.
You brought this?
Well, yeah, that was it was
Yeah,
the
when
older
I
one
brought
though.
the
Yeah,
30-year-old in.
we did the
Okay.
30-year-old.
stopped by
I
and
don't
saw
remember an E on it though for some reason. Okay, all right, we're gonna just set it down right there.
You guys can-
Scott Aquavite says Scott had his own channel. Go Habs. I don't know what that is in reference to. Go Habs says new mascot. I'm reading backwards, which is never good. Raster says that's Whiskey Scout answer. The men can really find some great whiskey. That man, yeah, you can find some great
Sometimes
whiskey.
I do. And sometimes I don't. I look in a lot of stores to find a little bit.
Rombout says, take back control, Scott. Take back control. Hello. Hey, Haiku. Am I saying his name right? He's in. Hello. How y'all doing at Aquavite? Hello, Roy. Nice to have.
I think it's Heiko.
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 Heiko is in
Like
the
go.
house.
Heiko. Heiko.
I go. You know, there's a
Heiko.
Chinese board game called Go.
No, I don't.
You didn't know that, did you?
So it just says age 12 years in oak casks on this. I mean, there's some definite sweetness coming through. Of course, the sherry casks could be.
It
oak.
says you're right. Right.
What?
Heiko says you're
Oh,
right.
Heiko.
Heiko.
It's sherry cask? It's just that.
Well, no, it just says oak casks,
Yeah.
but it doesn't say, ex bourbon. It doesn't say
As
sherry.
soon as
There's a nice
Bunnahabhain.
sweetness.
Yeah, Bunnahabhain was on it, and bam, had to have it.
I mean, they do some
Yeah,
peated,
I'm good
some
with that.
unpeated.
Sure.
They do
peated.
the unpeated boot. I've got that 5-year-old Bunnahabhain that's an independent bottler. It's unpeated, but it's a 5-year, and it's just so close to being peated. It puts off this nose.
This
the
is
salted,
delicious, though.
Yeah, the salted Isla nose, earthy.
So I
just
haven't
minus
given my
the peat.
descriptions because I didn't want to.
Uh-huh.
You're right. It's got earth, a little bit of clay, tobacco, pipe tobacco, smoke, hint of leather, and it's a subtler kind of smoke. It's not a creosote. It's not a tarry railroad tie. It's those smoother leathers and tobaccos.
And it could be
that
just
went
from the
through.
barrel.
It's good.
Maybe it's not even a peated barley.
I don't even
There's
know
some
what
smoke.
they do. I don't know what they do. What was this bottled in 2010? Is that what it says?
Yeah.
But see, that threw me off too. I couldn't. That's disgusting.
97 to
There's
2010.
there was no need for that. I'm sorry, 97 to
Was
what?
that me?
2010. That was you. 97 to
It gives me
2010.
that
Just slipped out.
occasionally,
It
too.
was disgusting. Nobody wants to hear that.
Well, it's been in the bottle, which means it's been on the shelf for a while.
It
It's
has.
a 2010.
Right.
Yeah.
They bottled it 2010 and it was dusty.
No, it's good stuff.
It was tasty. Bless
That
you,
was for
Bart.
those tuning in. That was live. That was a blind tasting. Bart set me up with.
Right.
I like the blind tastings. I know you do as well. Some people think that you're really putting yourself out there, but hey, I mean, you get what you get. Give the notes, and I've had to tell you because
Well,
you're
we're
like,
dummies.
Bart's like, I'm trying to figure out what bottle this is, and I can't. I'm like, well, it's not really figuring about what bottle it is. What notes are you getting?
Sure.
Is
I
it,
do.
do you think it's good? Do you think it's not
my
good?
Quick hitters is blind. I've been
Yeah.
training myself. They're all blind.
Oh, I know you tell us in every one.
Thank you. In case you get a new listener. If you get a new listener, they need to know. I've been doing
Well,
board
hey.
game reviews since 2011. You got to let them know.
Since Whiskey Scout got
Here.
here,
What is this?
Is that the
That's
Atlanta?
Give me another glass to clean out now.
Oh, here you go.
There's some over here.
Well,
Here,
here,
hold on.
finish that one.
That has a
Whiskey
clean.
Scouts. All right, I'll
The
finish
clean
it.
ones are over there to the left.
I would hate to have Whiskey Scout and Cousin Shane on the same show. We would go through some whiskey. We'd be like, no, not that bottle.
No, Shakes Pennington, the guitarist. That man handed me back my bottle of Wow, and I was like, wow, you're killing it.
Daniel Brown wants to know, have you guys joined or started your own
Ooh.
whiskey club? No.
No, we haven't, but my goodness, I
Yeah.
get some nice tangerine and juicy tropical fruits off of that. Wow.
This is neat. What's the ABV?
46%.
Wow, that is nice. That is very nice. We have not started our own whiskey club, but we kind of are almost what we are anyway, because you can go to our webpage, scotch-dummies.com.
Very light.
Nice.
Here you guys go.
Almost Glenfiddich 12-ish.
There you go.
I mean, the apples, pears.
It's very light in the nose, very light in the flavor. I can't taste it right now because I just drank all that.
Whiskey Scout, are you neglecting work right now to be here?
He's a geologist. The earth always stays.
Sort of, kind of, maybe a little.
No, he said something about a meeting, and then he's got to be here and there.
Really?
Yeah.
He's a geologist. The earth doesn't move or change that quickly.
I got a bunch of rock chips in the back of that truck that's got to go to the state.
Wow.
Hey, whiskey is good.
Go Habs. Keep it classy, San Diego. Hello.
Hey, yeah.
That goes way back if you've seen that show.
Oh, yeah.
It's old boots on a back porch in Tulsa, Oklahoma in 1941, right before December 7th.
I still got 189.
After a short rain shower that put out a grass fire on the back pasture. I would have said on the back 40. The back 40 would have been even better.
You know, I still tell you, though, I think I would confuse this for like a Glenfiddich 12 or 15 on the nose.
It's so light. There's a caramel. I get a little caramel and a little light maltiness to it. I don't get a whole lot more. I mean, some fruits for me.
Yeah, but green apples and pears, I get a lot of.
Yeah.
Caramel.
Pear. Tropical.
Yes. Very
mango.
tropical.
Pineapple.
Pineapple for sure.
But not so much in the nose, but on the palate.
On the palate, not the nose.
This is delicious.
It is.
Who all have you called out anybody to do we have any new watchers? We've got a lot of the same that were here. We got done with the one live stream when we said, "Hey, let's go live."
You did, yeah. I would, because I'm not allowed to break rules like that. If I suggest a rule break, you're like, you can't go live twice in a row. We didn't even tell them. But then you'll be like, you know what we need to do? Go live again with the blind box review. And I'm like, yeah.
That was
and you're like, do it. We're going to go all ad hoc. And I'm like, we're going to do it.
Do I get to take this home with me?
You do not.
Where'd you find it at?
I will tell you, Texas. And I watch my mother's house while she's gone over the winter. And I had her looking for a specific bottle. She felt terrible because she couldn't find it, but she found a place. And she put the lady, she called me at work and put the woman on the phone. And the woman said, "What are you looking for?" I go, "What do you got that's peat related?" And she ticked them off. Yeah, different peat related. She said that. And then she mentioned a couple others that you may be trying as well. However, there's one that's not even in that realm. And I told Mom this one for sure. And that's all I wanted her to get was this one. And then she picked up what turned out to be a range. So, but I don't want to skew you. They're not all peat. So
there's a little bit of char on the Glenmore. I'm getting a little bit of a wood smoke, a charred oak.
I think this is first fill barrels. I believe that's what this is.
Carl Van Wilhelm is on.
That's Walligan.
Yes, you're back again. My God, I can hardly keep up with you dummies. Exactly. And it's early.
You know, well.
And I've got to mow the yard, but whatever. It won't be the clean lines. Yeah, I'll be like, I'm mowing. Mowing.
At some point within a few years, we're going to be Monday through Friday. We're going to go live.
We would love to go full time. We would love to go full time.
You know, we're going to be live. We'll bring you whiskey updates, whiskey news, whiskey related notes, bottling, stuff like that. We'll do that Monday through Friday.
Right.
Regular releases, live shows, stuff like that.
Bourbon shenanigans. I need the job you guys have. Yes.
Okay, this is 1993 to 2012.
We got a few haters out there on our day.
This is 19 years old.
Is it really?
Yeah, 1993 vintage, bottled in 2012.
There you go.
American Virgin Oak, non-chill filter.
Well, and someone asked, what are we tasting? That's it. The Glenmorangie Elanta.
Is what we're on now. We're down with the Duncan Taylor
2012 or 2013 special release. Whiskey Scout is joining us,
and
he travels.
I like the logo. It's a squiggly mountain with a stream, which is what a glen is. We know that.
Well, this is the yearly special release for whichever year that was, and they do one every year. And this one's kind of hard to come by.
Say the Bacalta,
or the
Milchon. We've had.
First of all,
they're two sale.
Yep,
you
I
guys
can get one of those too. I know where one of those is still available.
Christopher Malloy, VO fully matured? ?
Where?
VO fully matured.
Yeah.
I don't know what he's saying. I don't understand the words coming out of your mouth.
It's not how fast you mow; it's how well you mow fast.
Yes. I am on private property.
We are still, usually it's after 1 o'clock when we're doing this live stream. We've done 2 live streams and it's just a little after noon.
Well,
so
as soon as Scott said, let's break the rules, I was like, do it. He's like, we're not even set up. I'm like, whatever. And then he's like, go get the bottle. I'm going live now. And I'm like,
going live. They can see it.
Yeah.
I know I called. You guys said, well, Bart's got lawnmower.
Right.
Lawn.
You're like, you missed it. We started early.
And I couldn't get out of my meeting. So I thought, well, I wasn't going to make it. And then.
Well, and we had our cable guy out here earlier today because I upped the speeds of our feed and the quality was getting worse.
I remember the last
So he came out, said I had a bad rented, not server. What the heck's it called? Modem. Not even a modem. What's it called? Router. And he said, I'm swapping you out. And he swapped us out. Boom. We hardwired in. He gave us a few tips here or there and said there might even be some fiber optic in my future. Hello.
Well, we started this was a blind tasting for me that Bart had with the Duncan Taylor NC2 range. It's a Bunnahabhain, 12 years old, aged in oak cask. Whiskey Throttle is asking, or he's saying NC2.
I didn't like that. I know. I didn't like that.
I don't know what that is.
It is. It's on the back. All it means is non-chill filtered, non-color added.
Oh,
I thought that was weird.
Yeah. NC squared.
Yeah, I didn't like that.
Yeah, that's it. NC squared.
There's
the geologist.
Yeah, the geologist knows what he's talking
about. Those numbers, they F me up.
But I was on the same thing. I was like, what? And then I read the back, NC2. And that's what it means is non-chill filtered, no color added.
Gotcha.
But I thought it was overdone, though.
I like it.
I got this easy.
Okay. Really? The pineapple is delicious. It's very succulent. It's very succulent. Chef PC tends to be what I go to when I don't really want to get all adventurous. I think he's talking about underwear. See, that's what happens when you jump in mid-conversation.
I'm still wearing underwear.
Yeah. Scott's commando, by the way. We wanted to make sure we pointed that out. We have not come up with Dummies underwear yet. We were mentioning there was a guy that was like, you're doing a lot of merchandising. And I'm like, yeah, that's right. But we don't have dummy underwear.
I tried to make it you guys' live, but I couldn't. My daughter had a
If we had dummy underwear, it wouldn't have a barn door. That's all I'm saying.
Oh. Heiko is wanting to know if we keep an infinity bottle. We have not been.
No, the only thing close we've done is when we did the very first March Madness Peach shootout. We combined them all together. And when we did the bourbon one, we combined them all together. But it's not really an infinity bottle.
When we finished the Pete Strikes Back, we didn't. Because you were like, well, with some of these we need to save.
And we're going to be redoing. We're going to redo with our Make America Peated again.
Now, after Make America Peated again, maybe we even start another one. I don't know. We haven't decided yet. But
I don't know. I want to get back and do a couple more top fives. Now that we've done these 3, it'll be 3 peated shootouts. I want to do our top 5 peated scotches. I think we're at the expertise now that we could put that out.
Yes.
Good. That's all I'm going to say is good. Because we've talked about it, but even I said I'm not ready. I didn't think I could peg it. When we do these blind shootouts, it ups the expertise level for what you can call, because I mean, I was in a Lafroig camp, and I've really found out blind. I'm an Ardbeg guy. I like Lafroig too, but we've also learned that Loch Gorham didn't combine well. It doesn't play well with other peatids, but it plays well by itself. That sounds dirty, but I didn't mean it dirty at all.
See, my mind don't even go there. I'm such an innocent
plays
boy.
well by itself.
Well, Jason Whiskey Wise is asking, would we do a top 10 unusual finishes?
We do top 5s, first of all. We
Well,
don't do 10s.
if we had enough, if there was that many, I would say, yeah, top 10. But I
still
don't
like
know.
5s.
I bet you top 2 or top 3 would push it on
Maybe.
finishes.
But
we haven't had that many that you're like, wow, this is too different.
I don't know. There's some port finishes that are phenomenal.
I got that Glen Kinchin, the how you said it, Amatadillo, that distiller's choice
Okay.
finish. You would like that, I think. It's a different finish. I like it. It's good, but
I still get
you
so
guys
much.
could have it.
I get so
Test
much.
with if you want it.
Hello, yes.
I mean, not all.
I know. Well, I heard him say you can have it. That's all I heard.
If you want to test with it,
We
I'll
want to
bring
test
over.
it.
I still get so much of that Glenfiddich, that Jolly Rancher green apple, the pears.
I get the fruitiness and
Man,
I
I
get
get
the
a
tropical
pineapple.
like
Yeah,
he
I
does.
get tropical,
the mango
all the
and
way,
the pineapple.
all the way, and then a malty finish.
It's very good. It's very delicious.
Maybe a little tangerine in there too. The apple
I'm feeling you.
escapes me. I don't know.
Let's Drink Whiskey is tuning in. He came in right at the end of the first impromptu. we did.
Scott said, "Let's give Whiskey Guy what's his
Let's
name
drink
again?
whiskey.
Let's Drink Whiskey another shot."
Yes, yeah. Let's do it. Let's
It's
come
like
right back
it's
with
like
another
a
one.
trick. We're coming right back. You never know when we're really signing off. It is delicious.
How
Thank you.
about a bourbon today from John Belushi? We did a bourbon review. Well, that's what we started. The first impromptu we did. Where'd it go? Oh, you put it down there.
I put it down.
Berkshire bourbon. It's from
Berkshire,
Massachusetts.
right.
I'm going to hazard a guess. It's younger. It's a craft
It
distillery.
is.
It's
Well,
newer,
it does
but it was
say
very
straight
nice.
bourbon, so it's less than 2 years.
It was very nice. Though. It was very good.
It's
down there on the bottom by the Jack
it's
Daniels
hidden back.
black box.
Yeah. We also
Look at
did.
later.
You didn't see it, but these Kelsey Adelaide, these make 2-inch cubes.
Square cubes.
Yeah,
that you
they were
can
actually
drop
pretty.
in.
I liked them. Yeah, very well.
By the way, Whiskey Scout's got this sweet Army Scout Glencairn glass.
Oh,
I think mine's upstairs. I thought I had it down here, but it's not. You guys get it? Oh, there it is. Hold on.
Let's Drink Whiskey found a bottle of the Muse today on vacation. $300 in New
Look at
Jersey. Great find. I'll be
See
buying
if that
hopefully a
shows
couple.
up. Look at that. See, those are Cavalry Cross Sabers. If I can get that there. So if you get a chance, go check.
Now, generally, if you were like holding,
I can't afford to. I don't have the merch like you guys do.
Gotcha.
if you
That's
were
just
holding,
for a few friends.
if you were holding like a
Okay.
sandwich out there, I would have slapped your hand. It would have went flying. But since you were holding, the
Scott's a
glass-
hand slapper,
Yeah.
basically. He likes if you're holding something that's not critical, he'll come up and I'm going to say, bitch, slap your hand. And then he thinks it's funny.
oh, it is.
It's funny to him
It is.
because you'll be holding a pen and he'll slap it out of your hand. And you're like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
And he's like, ha, that was funny.
I
I'm
gotcha.
like, that's not funny. I'm going to put it through your eye.
Ico wants to know, what are the rules sending whiskey from a foreign country to America?
Confusing.
Would love if you guys try a Belgian whiskey. We've had a couple.
We have. Here's what I will
Slurs?
tell you. Right. But let me throw
What-
this out. Get with the distillery and see if they can. There's two things. Sometimes they have legal rights to ship samples. They do. Other times they have a distributor that might already be in the States and they just need to get it to us via their distribution.
Mm.
And we would love that. But if you go let them know, that's helpful. We've had that a few times. Yeah. Because we would love to give some exposure to some of those European distillers. What were you going to say? I probably forgot.
No, you didn't forget. I forgot after that.
Oh,
Scares. You said we've had a couple
No, slurs.
slurs. I couldn't
Slurs.
remember what you said.
Glenn. I
Scotia.
can't remember. Well, Whiskey Jason was tuning in. He was actually in the States. His brother lives in Texas.
Right.
So he brought a few bottles with him.
He was traveling in the United States.
Once he got to the States,
linked up with us.
Yeah, once he got to the States, he arranged for us to get a couple of partial bottles.
Right.
One was the Slurs. One has some Doves on. Two, maybe that's the Slurs, but there was 2 Doves. There was a Glen something or other that was a Belgian whiskey. And maybe they're even commenting by now about what it was.
If we ever get over to Europe, I would love to tour. I'm a huge World War II guy, and I would love to work through Belgium.
Yeah, Jason Whiskey Wise was just here.
So, Foy. Basically, like all the World War II sites, I would die to go there. I'd love it.
I almost brought a bourbon.
Well, I'm glad you brought what you brought.
I know. Well, I told you guys I was going to bring that.
It was a good bring.
Now, what was, I know originally this was probably $90.
Hold on, it's 118, I think, after tax.
This is for Daniel Brown. He said, send a signal if I'm being abused. That's my signal. From henceforth, if I'm being abused off camera, we're going to see this. This is a head pounding into a wall. Nothing dirty. Because I know you were going there. Yeah, you were, country boy. He's out from the country.
So Whiskey Throttle can now finally see what's going on. But so the NC2 means non-chill filtered, no color added.
Squared.
NC2, NC squared, as our geologist pointed it out.
Right.
That confused me.
Right. Stephen Connor, unknown right now, since they've been selling the special KB bottles around 150. That's gross.
That was Whiskey Scout.
I'm expecting the bookers to be at over 200. If it's close to the 25th anniversary, I'll be all over it. I don't know. I came in mid-conversation. Jason Whiskey Wise was leaving. He said, see you later, everyone, with an exclamation point. I still like what Daniel Brown did there. That was good. John
Bourbon Shenanigans is having the Macallan number 2 tonight. That's a good one. That's starting to become rare.
It is.
I know that. Oh, what bottling is it? Sorry, Whiskey Throttle. This is a 12-year Bunnahabhain.
Duncan Taylor.
12-year, distilled 97, bottled in 2010, 46%. We started out with this. This was a blind tasting for me. I couldn't see the computer or the comments, which was killing me. But we went through, just did some notes and tastings. What I thought with it is very good, and I'm going to try to take it home with me in my bag.
It's not going to happen. His bag's too small.
All right, should we wrap it up?
Now you got my mind going.
Yeah, I know. Now he's in dirty land.
Well, and then so
or is it?
We did one live stream. Me and Bart and I did some filming this morning. Just a couple episodes. We went live with Berkshire Bourbon Whiskey from Massachusetts. We cut that live stream.
Not planning to come back.
There was a lot of people in, and they were commenting, wanting to keep going. We said, let's come back with the blind.
You felt the power of live.
I said, let's go live.
And I'm like, you're crazy.
Tasting.
You're crazy. And you're like, get the box is what you called it. You said, get the box. And when he says get the box,
that's the blind box.
He means this. And this,
because it opens up and you guys can see what's in there, but I can't.
Well, see, for probably 3 months, he's been running these blind box tastings with me. And I have not run a single one with him until I did the mellow. No, you did the mellow corn on me. Has the one aired that I did a blind one? Okay, that hasn't aired yet. We're going to be quiet on that.
Yeah.
And then, but he's like, let's do a live one. I know I can't remember either. Oh, yeah, I do. It was the bourbon with a port finish, which was unbelievably good. Isaac Bowman, no, it was good. It was good.
That Teddy Roosevelt stuff I give you.
No. This Isaac Bowman was. I love a port finish. So I was like, yes, get it. And then it was intriguing. Wait till that comes out. And then I gave him a shot at it blind because I knew it was going to be different. And then as soon as I tried this, I was like, bam, that's on another blind one. He wanted to get to it, but we weren't going to have time. And then he was so jazzed up after our last live, he was like, let's do another one. I'm like, that's kind of breaking the rules. He's like, we're the dummies.
Right.
And we knew you were coming.
That's
So
right.
we literally were
We
like,
do.
Whiskey Scout's going to show up while we're filming.
We
this
do
is how
cutting edge
yes,
stuff.
unplanned, raw.
We are
This is
leading edge.
dummy raw.
Yep.
Dummy raw is what we call this.
Educated.
Yes.
luck.
Educated luck. Bowman is excellent Buffalo Trace juice. I would agree 100% with you.
This
Let's
Buffalo
That
Trace.
let's
was
wrap it
John
up.
Belushi.
Let's wrap it
All
up.
right.
I think we're there.
Are you going to come back again, though?
Nope.
Are you sure?
We're gonna. You got yard work.
I do have yard work. I got to go out and drive the tractor around. People be looking at me and I'll still have this hat on. The neighbors will be like,
What was
Bart's
the old
been
George
drinking
Jones
again.
song?
Somehow we got our coins
Bart's
mixed up. 189 and 190.
once again, Bart's been drinking. Hello. Scotch it, you Scotch gods.
Still on you. Dummies.
Look at that. He came in. Now we're going to hit the live turn off button, but it still takes a few seconds to kill.
Thanks to everybody that tuned in.
Thank you. Everybody's signing off again.
Go to ScotchTestDummies.com and buy
Ooh.
some of our merchandise. It helps
Danny's in the house.
We're out.
Danny, I've got my
Close it
Jordache
quick.
jeans
Make it
on.
quick. Make it quick.
Jordache, I figured you would cut it.
us. We're
at any
done.
time.
We're out.
Yeah.